So this guy Cash Patel. Do you know who Cash Patel is? So he used to be he's previously a federal public defender, a federal prosecutor, working on national security cases. And he was a legal liaison to the United States Armed Forces. He has also served as U.S. National Security Council official. He was also acting director of national intelligence and the chief of staff to the acting United States Secretary of Defense during the Trump presidency. And guess what he has to say? Cash Patel predicts Biden's next move now that he has tested positive for COVID. Of course, by the way, President Biden just caught COVID again. You know, the thing he told us that if you got vaccinated, you couldn't catch? He just caught it for the third or fourth time. This is after he would say, Biden said he would step down if there were a medical emergency. And so what does Cash Patel say is going to happen? This is what he says.
Okay, so see, Cash, this is why we love you so much, and this is why the audience just adores you.
I just made it up.
Well, you just brought us there, right?
Yeah.
That's such a great point. So is this going to be the medical emergency? He had a flu, now he has COVID.
And then next he's going to have some sort of malfunction, and then he's going to pardon his son. He's going to pardon his brother. He's going to pardon himself, because remember, presidential pardons aren't just good for retroactive criminal investigations. Presidential pardons are good for prospective criminal investigations. So you can basically give yourself carte blanche for your entire family so that you can never be prosecuted. Your family can never be prosecuted for any investigation the president determines in that pardon.
So you think are we in the end game here?
I mean, we were in the end game a long time ago when Donald J. Trump decided to run again.
Yeah, okay.
So he says that Biden's going to pardon his son and his brother? Of course Biden's going to do that. I mean, if he remembers, it's pretty 50-50 at this point. And all I can say is, Hunter, you better hurry the F up and get over there while Joe Biden can still point you out in a police lineup. You're hours away from your dad just telling you to get off the lawn. So, wow. I don't get it. How could COVID count as a medical emergency, though? Biden's had at least 5 jabs, so he shouldn't even have COVID, let alone have it be an emergency. So the president could just pardon his own son and his own brother in the future, but he can't declassify documents that he wants? What an odd power to have. And what did Biden's brother even do? I guess it doesn't matter since he's getting pardoned. So that's the prediction. That's the prediction. He's gonna pardon Hunter, who is now finally getting his shit together and trying to get out of trouble instead of getting into it. Look what a new set of teeth will do for you, am I right? And your self-esteem. Come on. So he says he's going to pardon. I bet he does. Can't wait to see the list of pardons Joe Biden hands out. One of them's going to be for his wife for elder abuse. Am I right? Am I right? All right, super chat.
All right, Jimmy, thank you so much. Let's see what I have here. There's a definite crisis of competence nowadays, coupled with constant nefarious action of governments, NGOs, and their globalist masters, so things don't look good. Sparky63, thank you, Sparky. Cash Patel is anti-Assange, not one of Trump's best picks. Sparky63, thank you for that one. All right, let's see here. Hunter Biden helped secure millions in funding for U.S. contractor Meta Biota in Ukraine, specializing in deadly pathogen research. ChatterX, thank you for that insight, ChatterX.
Get this, ready?
Back to Jimmy.
Mexico's deporting Americans back to the United States. Can't make this up. According to this tweet, anyway, undocumented Americans moving to Mexico for a lower cost of living is now causing inflation in Mexico.
Mexico is now deporting Americans back to the US because they're fed up. So recently, people in Mexico have been complaining because there's been an increased amount of Americans moving to Mexico without documentation. This has been causing inflation in Mexico since Americans usually don't pay any tax, and they pay in US dollars, so prices have been going up. Just in the past 60 days, there's been over 240,000 immigrant apprehensions, and over 7,000 of them have been deported so far. The reason people are fleeing from the US to Mexico is because they can't afford to live in America anymore, and in Mexico, the US dollar has a lot more value and can go a longer way. However, because of this, people in Mexico are also feeling like Americans have been colonizing in a lot of parts of Mexico. And for locals, it's been a struggle since businesses have been naturally raising prices in response to this. People in Mexico are saying this is decreasing the quality of life over there, and everyone using pesos now having to pay more to buy anything.
What do you think about that? Is that really happening? Is that really happening? Hey, sir, is Mexico deporting Americans back to America? No, I can't find anything. That sounds plausible, though, doesn't it?
It does.
That sounds very plausible. But you don't think that, you think they would really deport people who are bringing cash into the country? Does that make sense? I don't know. But that's... I'll say this. Funny if it's true. Super ironic. Oh, you know how we love irony. That would be super ironic. Okay, back over the stuff.
Yeah, you know, I see various stories from April and May talking
really?
about this topic.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Really? What do they say?
Let me look at this one. Let's see. Mexico blocks migration, U.S. legislation. Let's see. Let me go. It's kind of... Let's see this one. Mexicans... No. No. Not getting verified. There's more slides in the keynote.
Oh, Malcolm just said that? Yeah. Oh, let me go back to it.
You can go, Jimmy.
No.
Oh, no, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Hold on. Stand by. I thought you still had it up. Weekly, Mexico deports American citizens who are in country illegally. This is Verify. After watching a TikTok, several Verify readers asked if Mexico deports American citizens who are in the country illegally. It does happen, but it's not that common.
Here we go. From Fox.
Back to Jimmy.